Whispering a soul you hear. Stand tall, don't let your heart delay. Purpose lights the narrow way. When God calls you to take. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in with Coach Kizzy at Majestic Life Solutions. Look, I have to. I was trying to figure out which one I use. It's different ones on here, but I gotta erase them. But okay, so I want to talk to you. I got two things to talk to you about. Okay, so I want to address something. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do a little bit of this, and I'm gonna address a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna go over to this, and I might not can see this one because it's small. Okay, because this is what I be putting in. I be putting in like kind of crazy things. But this is my listen. I be putting in crazy things, and the only reason that it's like the same thing because I use my AI, but I put in my own words. But I want my words to be different. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, well, some of the stuff I tell you up front, like, okay, you need to do this. But if you don't see me looking at a paper, if you don't see me looking at a paper, then that's coming from me. Well, this coming from me because I put it in, I type it in exactly what I wanted to say, and then if it don't say what I want to say, I change it. That's how this is what I'm trying to actually, basically just teach people, how to do things. So in the AI, you can type in a whole paragraph or sentence or whatever you want it to say, and to have it worded the way that you want it to word it, it'll word the way you want it to word. But if it don't word the way you word, I paste over here and I erase it. I erase it because it don't say what I want it to say because it tells you whatever it want to tell you sometimes. So you have to do your own. You have to do your own thinking on certain things. But this right here resonates what I wanted to talk about. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So I want to address a something that's true that resonates deeply in our lives. Okay. So I'm just gonna do a little of this. So the enemy job is to come and steal, kill, and destroy. This message serves as a reminder that we are often faced with challenges, temptation, and hardships that seek to underestimate our peace. Yeah, under no undermine. My bad. Undermine our peace, right? Joy and purpose. So I want you to think about. This is what I want you to think about. So that's what I did in the AI. Okay, so I want you to think about this because what I tell you all the time that I'm big on what I'm big on mindset, right? So if I'm big on mindset, so we always think that the enemy has to be a person, right? Don't we always think that? When we say enemy, what do we always come up with? A person. Oh, we created enemies, and that's our enemy. That's our enemy right there. And we always think about a person, right? But don't think like that all the time. Have a different mindset. That's why I say I'm totally different. And it might sound crazy, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because when enemies come out our mouth, we always think about people. So this is what I want you to have in your mind right now. Just think about this. So the enemy can also be what? Your mindset. Mm. Come on now. The enemy can also be your mindset. Because often we think of external forces trying to bring us down. But sometimes the greatest battle we face are within ourselves. Understand this. Understand what I'm saying to you right now. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? Because every time that we always think about an enemy, every time we hear a word enemy, we think about somebody doing something to us, or somebody is this, or somebody is that. It's a person. But don't never always look at it that your enemy is a person. Because it don't have to be. It can be you as your biggest enemy. You. Our minds can become bleeding grounds of negativity, doubts, and fears. Listen to what I'm telling you. Self-limiting beliefs can creep in, telling us that we are not good enough. That's the enemy. You. You are your biggest enemy sometimes. You are your biggest enemy. Sometimes you have to actually open up your brain and realize that sometimes you can be your own enemy. And we say, and you know the saying that we say sometimes, we say this. We say, you know what, you're sleeping with the enemy. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're sleeping with yourself. Wow. Great. That is a great perspective on enemy, right? Because enemy is you say enemy. Enter me. Inner me. Inner me. So sometimes the biggest battles is with yourself. So it tells you that you're not good enough. That we can't achieve our dreams, or that we're unworthy of love and success. So when I tell you today, sometimes when you think about stuff, do you even think? See, I use my mindset as in different ways than other people use them. I use my mindset to create things where people to start getting a perspective on how you battling yourself. Okay? So this is what I do. I try to get people to understand, like, sometimes when you think that you have enemies in this world, it's not the enemy that you should be worrying about. It's yourself. It's yourself. Because we beat ourselves up sometimes. And we create in our mind but we don't think of it like that. But this is what we do. We create an enemy. We create an enemy in our head because you don't have nobody to blame. You don't want to blame yourself, but you're the biggest enemy. If you look in the mirror and you say bad things about yourself, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself that my nose is too big, my ears pointed out, my forehead too big, I don't like it, I want to change it. You battering yourself. You is your biggest enemy. But here's the empowering truth. We have the power to change our mindset. We can choose to challenge these negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations and beliefs of ourselves by recognizing that our mindset can be an enemy. We can take active steps to reclaim our thoughts in our lives. Yes. So it starts with awareness. Acknowledge when negative thoughts arise in your mind. Don't let them dictate your reality. Surround yourself with positivity. Encourage and uplifting conversations about yourself. And practice self-compassion. Understand that these are things that are very important so you won't be battering with yourself. When we go through hardships in life, we always blame someone else. But the biggest thing when we look in the mirror and we think about it, we actually creating chaos in our mind. Because we done changed our mindset to that we have enemies. But your enemy is you. So you have to just know that battles can often be fought within your mind. So we have to transform these negative thoughts. We have to transform these negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Because if we don't, then you know what? We're going to always have enemies. We're going to always have enemies. If you're not understanding it, we're going to always have enemies because we are our biggest enemy. And when you come to realization and look in the mirror, you're going to say, you know what? That's true. And that's a true fact. That's a true fact. Because negative things about yourself, what do you think the enemy does? They come to what? An enemy comes to do what? Answer this. Answer this. An enemy's job is to come and steal, kill, and destroy. So if you're looking in that mirror and you telling yourself that I want to kill myself, right? Or you stealing your own joy, or you destroying yourself with negative words in that mirror, what are you? Your enemy. So I want you to take a quick look in the mirror. I have my mirror. I want you to take a quick look in the mirror and ask yourself. Well, tell yourself, not ask yourself, tell yourself, I, Lakeis Jackson, do not want to be my own enemy anymore. Let me reframe my train of thought to positive affirmations and to positive thinking of myself, to love myself more, to be compassionate with myself, to have unconditional love to myself. That's what you tell yourself in the mirror today. For you won't be your own enemy.